Episode 7: Integration and the Sacred Spiral. Walking between worlds while becoming the next version of you. Before the embodied self rises, something has to die, and often many things. Your old identity, your masks, your survival strategies, your inherited stories, your fear of your own power. The universe doesn't take them from you. You outgrow them. The chapter is the homecoming, the place where past, present, and future meet, where healing becomes embodiment, where knowledge becomes lived truth, where your inner child, your shadow, your sovereign self, and your becoming finally sit at the same table. If you walk in this path alone, hit subscribe and drop "I Walk Between Worlds" in the comments. Your journey deserves to be witnessed, and you don't have to walk the spiral blind. The spiral tightens before it opens. Healing is not linear, it is a spiral, tightening, intensifying, circling back through old emotions you thought were gone. This is not regression, this is refinement. When the spiral tightens, you are getting closer to the core of your own becoming. Carl Jung described it as enantiodromia, the process by which your psyche brings up everything you've avoided, not to punish you, but to make you whole. This is why just before a breakthrough, you may feel heavy, confused, doubtful, reactive, emotionally raw, tempted to return to your old life. This is the ego's death cry, the false self dissolving as your true nature reclaims the throne. The ego death is not regression, it's initiation. The old self doesn't let go quietly, it negotiates, it bargains, it whispers. Go back, it's safer there. Don't change, you lose everything. Who do you think you are to rise? This phase feels like darkness, but it's actually the womb. Mystics call it the night sea journey. Shamans call it shamanic dismemberment. Jung called it the descent into the unconscious. But the truth is, you're not dying. You're being reborn. Joy and sorrow, two wings of the same bird. Rumi wrote, "Sorrow prepares you for joy, and the wound is the place where the light enters you." This is not poetic metaphor, this is spiritual physics. Every layer of grief you feel is an old identity dissolving. Every tear shed is energy leaving your field. Every heartbreak is a doorway back to your authentic self. You cannot awaken without grieving the version of you that did the surviving. The inner child, your original self. Your inner child is not small. It is the original keeper of your truth. It remembers your intuition, your creativity, your natural boundaries, your authentic voice, the way your soul really wanted to live. Every time you enter the spiral, it surfaces, not because it's fragile, but because it is the key. You are not regressing, you are retrieving the part of you that never forgot who you are. If this resonates, pause right now. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart and type, "I am returning to myself." Affirmations spoken in moments of recognition are 10 times more powerful. You're rewiring your field in real time. The liminal space, where two worlds coexist. After ego death comes the void, the in-between, the chrysalis. Here you may feel like you don't belong anywhere. Detached from your old self, not yet stable in your new self, overwhelmed by silence, hypersensitive, deeply intuitive, strangely peaceful, and also terrified. This is normal. This is sacred. This is the threshold. In this space, paradox becomes your teacher. You feel joy and sorrow at once, like the sun shower. You feel power and fear at once, like an initiation. You feel clarity and confusion at once, like real transformation. Two worlds, one soul, becoming. What not to do in the void? Because here are the traps. Don't go back to your small self out of loneliness, fear, or habit. Don't chase the past, it no longer fits. Don't bargain with the wound, it doesn't need analysis, it needs release. Don't collapse into survival patterns, money, fear of future, fear of abandonment. These are echoes, not truth. Don't pretend you are high vibe. Authenticity is the only frequency that stabilizes you now. What to do instead? The 3 practice state. You asked for this. Here is the framework for your arsenal. Simple, practical, embodied. Use them depending on your state. Number 1. In the darkness, when you're spiraling, triggered, or collapsing, use these practices that ground, soothe, and regulate. Breath work. Slow exhale, lengthening, for vagus nerve reset. EFT tapping on I am safe now. Hold your heart and belly at the same time. Speak to your inner child. I'm here, you're safe. We're not going backwards. And ask, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Allow tears, they are emotional detox. Journal raw feelings without editing. Pain is not punishment, it's information. Number 2, when in bliss, glimpses of expansion, clarity, unity, and love appear in your life. Use practices that anchor and expand. Gratitude expressed out loud anchors the frequency. Visualization while the heart is open. Open palm breathing. Walk in nature. Let the earth integrate you. And affirm, I welcome more of this. Record voice notes. These become anchors later. Bliss is not the destination, it's the calibration. Number 3, in the everyday middle, your new baseline. Use practices that stabilize identity. Morning intention setting, slow mindful movements, hydration and sunlight so that your biofield can recharge, digital boundaries, speak only what you want to manifest, clean spaces, clutter lowers frequency, micro choices aligned with truth, neutral observation of triggers, gratitude as discipline, not mood. Sovereignty is built moment by moment. The emergence, becoming the authentic self. Your authentic self doesn't appear fully formed. It peeks through, then retreats, then returns stronger. In this phase, you notice decreased tolerance for inauthenticity, spontaneous boundaries forming, intuition firing before thought, less need for external validation and approval, more peace in solitude, a growing trust in the process. This is the becoming. This is the remembering. You are not stepping into a new life, you are stepping into your own life, finally. If this episode opens something in you, share it with someone walking their own spiral, and subscribe to join a tribe of differentiated souls who refuse to dim their light. The frequency calls, the fire rises, still fire 1111. Enter at your own shift.